I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feelin' like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told her that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding on the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen it after this piss poor, I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments on the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in the black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feelin' like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands, I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Who got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even care when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride till I hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rap on the dash. They ain't catching up, like I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feelin' like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feelin' like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told her that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding on the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen it after this piss poor, I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in the black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feelin' like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands, I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Who got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride till I hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rap on the dash. They ain't catching up, like I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feelin' like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feelin' like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding on the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen it after this piss poor, I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in the black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feelin' like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands, I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Who got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride till I hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rap on the dash. They ain't catching up, like I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making hits, dog, like I'm in a big league.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the first morning live stream. Coffee with Frankie Candles. Get your black coffee, everybody. We're doing a morning stream. Let's go. What is going on, CandleMafia? Don't mind that CandleMafia Marvel intro thing that we had going on. For some reason, the audio on my actual intro was not working, and it just felt weird transitioning just straight to my face. But what is going on, everybody? We're here bright and early, kinda. It's not that early. It's 10:18 here on the East Coast. But what is going on, everybody? We were going to do a little bit of a morning market update for you, as we usually do with the pre-recorded videos. And then Dave Digital. Shout out to Dave Digital. He kind of inspired this, bro. He was asking if I could make those videos premieres so you guys can actually chat while the video was going on. And I thought that was a really good idea. And then I was like sitting here and I'm like, you know what? I'm still going to have to upload it. I might as well just go live and talk to you guys in real time and actually say what's up to the chat. So this is the first. I do want to point this out, guys. I don't know how often this is going to be. We're just kind of testing it out, see how it goes. But yeah, maybe if you guys like it, definitely let us know if you like this in the description, in the comments down below, so we know if we should keep them coming for you. But if not, please let us know as well, because I don't want to do these live streams if you guys don't want them. But let me know in the comments, guys. So this is the first of potentially many morning streams. Maybe we'll make it an official show if people really like it. We'll just call it Black Coffee with Frankie Candles. You know what I'm saying? But guys, as you know, Bitcoin has had one of the most exciting weeks ever. Complete, insane volatility. Just absolute rips to the upside. I'm kidding, guys. Bitcoin has been absolutely flatlined for God knows how long. Probably I don't know, probably a little over 2 weeks now. We've just been going straight sideways. But there are some interesting things popping up on the charts that, again, might be indicating more towards a pullback to the downside before we get the next leg up, which I do think is coming at some point, guys, based off of the way the money flow looks on those higher time flames. We're going to call them time flames now, guys. But yeah, with the way the money flow looks on those higher time frames, I do think that we can continue up here. However, we now have even more stuff pointing to a potential pullback before we wind up getting that move. And then we're going to be taking a look at Ethereum. And I don't think we're going to take a look at a lot of the alts, but maybe we'll check in on an alt or two. But we're just free balling, baby. Let's go. Also, big special happy birthday to Crypto Billy. Hopefully that's not fake news. I think Tony told me it was Crypto Billy's birthday. So that's what this stream is for, guys. Show Crypto Billy some love in the chat. I don't know if he's in here. Honestly, I hope he's not. I hope he's out there enjoying his birthday. But Crypto Billy, if you see this after the fact, we're doing this for you, bro. It's a birthday stream for Crypto Billy. We love you. Shout out to all the mods, guys. Before we jump into it, we got to say what's up to chat, and then we'll jump right into the charts. Let's see who we got in here for the first Frankie Candles morning stream. Let's see. Shout out to Joe Rod. We got Neil. Darriman said Frankie early morning streams. Yeah, shout out to Neil. Shout out to you, bro. Oh, God. We got some super chats up in the house. Let's see what we got. Shout out to Tony D for gifting those memberships here. And then let's see what we got. Yeah. Shout out to Davaluch. I don't know how to say your name, bro, but shout out to you, bro. I really do appreciate that super chat. And he said, it's for coffee, bro. It's for coffee. Shout out to you, man. Salute. I appreciate that. Maybe we'll start going out, grabbing some coffee from a coffee shop or something and bring. Maybe we'll try different coffee every stream. Maybe that'll be a little thing we do. I don't know. We're free balling here, guys. Let us know what you want to see on this morning stream. Maybe we don't even do TA. Maybe we just hang out. I don't know. But shout out to you, man. And shout out to Surfer Dude. He says, morning streams fun. Okay, he said 40,000 COP is like $10. Thank you for that conversion, bro, because I was like, dang, that's some crazy super chat. But shout out to Server Dude. I appreciate you. We'll buy some coffee with that. But shout out to you, man. I do appreciate you guys. Let's see who else we got in chat. We got Dave Digital. As always, like I said, he did kind of inspire this with the premieres, and I was like, you know what? I'll do him one better. We'll just go live. Shout out to you, though, man. I appreciate you. Mac, what is going on? We got Crypto Gideon, a huge supporter of the channel. Shout out to you, man. Tyler Durden, one of the most elite mods that you could possibly find here, and one of the quickest just human beings in general. You know, anytime Tyler has to do something, it's usually done before, you know, you even get a chance to ask for anything. So shout out to Tyler Durden, quickest hands in the West. What is going on, bro? Bud Lightyear. Taylor, what is going on? Says, sound like Joyner Lucas. It does kind of sound like Joyner Lucas. You're right. I think that song is called Big Leagues by Cannon, I believe, for anybody who liked that song in the waiting room. Oh, dang, chat going nuts. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. I got one more super chat to get out of the way here. Oh, no, never mind. We read those ones. But yeah, shout out to Crypto Main, Darren Does Things, What's Going On, Kendrick, Crypto Affinity, and of course, Tony D, last but not least. And Chemistry Bro jumping in there. Last minute says, Frankie Candles in the morning, guys. I know sauce is a little bit weird in the morning. You're not always looking to eat macaroni with sauce in the morning, but we're going to give it to you anyway. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the charts because things are kind of interesting right now. But let's go ahead and jump right in here now. Just kind of want to walk through things really quickly. First time I've been recommended your video, even though I'm subscribed. Whoa, shout out to Josh Raphael. That's weird. I don't know why that happens. The SEC's trying to shadow ban us, but hey, we stream in the morning. We pop a stream up in the morning and we just get shoved right into your homepage. Let's go. But let's see. JR Swampy says Frankie makes sitting in the airport much more fun. Well, let's go, JR, or Junior, as I like to call him. Let's get into the TA here and see if we can make you a little bit of money while you're waiting there. Let's go. But guys, I'm gonna pull off that TA here and talk about. Now, you guys know I am longer-term bullish due to the fact that the higher time frames have the money flow coming to the upside. And then real quick, guys, just so you know, this show is probably, I don't want to call it a show. I don't want to lock us in just yet. We're kind of just testing this, but this is probably going to be closer to about a 30-minute stream, at least today. So it's going to be a little bit of a quicker one, but I figured if we're going to give you an update, we might as well do it live. But here we go, right, guys? Money flow coming up on the lower, on the higher time frames, like the weekly, like the 6-day, like the 5-day, and the 4-day. All of the money flow in the green is making me feel pretty good for a continued move up to at least the 30K level, potentially up to that 32, 33K level. And then, as you guys know, we do have a macro golden pocket all the way up at about 48K, between about 48 and 50K, which is an interesting point of interest for more reasons than just that macro golden pocket. I'm going to try to bring some of that up on the night stream later on tonight at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to try to bring that those other kind of things that make that 48 to 50K target interesting. I'll bring that up on the later stream. But with the money flow on the higher time frames coming up, that is kind of what's making me think this pump can continue. Not only that, but we are in a very strong uptrend, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I am bullish in the more medium to long term. However, as you can see here, the VWAPs are coming down on some of these higher time frames, indicating a small pullback before we may get that big move up, right? The VWAPs indicate the ebbs and the flows of the market, and money flow indicates the longer term trend, right? You have money flow over here coming to the downside, indicating you may start a downtrend. Boom, we're in a bear market, right? Now we have the opposite happening where money flow is now coming up. And I will say this 6-day is rounding up nicely. And this is the worst looking money flow of all these higher time frames. Coming up to the weekly looks even better than the 6-day, right? So, if this money flow continues up into the green, it could indicate a stronger uptrend, just like this crossover into the red indicated this strong downtrend. So that's kind of how I feel on the macro, guys. 5-day, again, the 5-day is now printing a red dot here. Now we're going to start getting into some of the signs that are calling for a potential pullback. Red dot on that 5-day. Red dot on your 4-day now printing as well. You have a technical bearish divergence there, but it is not the strongest, so I'm not really going to bring it up. But you have the red dot there. Just alone could be a signal that we are coming down. A little lower high on your money flow there as well. Coming on down to that 3-day. Now, we do actually have a legitimate, let me just make sure I don't have any important stuff on this chart. I do have a trade on this, so let me just go ahead and get rid of this. Bada boom, bada boom. But I do just want to point out here, guys, on the 3-day, you do actually have a pretty sizable bearish divergence, right? So this is now printing. We've been looking at this for a while on my night stream. I don't know what to call the regular stream now. Nightly stream, a regular stream, the main live stream. That is going to be our main show still. But you can see here, we do have money flow. I'm sorry, not money flow. Momentum coming out with that bearish divergence. Red dot is printing. And then you have your higher highs in on your price action. And again, not just that, but you are up against this absolute, insane level of resistance, right? Which was previously very, very strong support. We held it it there, we held it there, we held it here, we held it here, and then finally we lost it coming deeper into the bear market. And now this is obviously going to be a very, very serious level of resistance to the upside, right? So again, this is, would indicate a pullback before we bust through this level. Not only the red dot, but that bearish divergence as well. Today, as also, guys, we did print that green dot, but as we were expecting on the main live stream, we thought that would get swallowed up by another red dot, and that is now confirmed. So we now have a bearish divergence confirmed on our 2-day. Definitely more of a bearish look. I will say, guys, with all these bearish signals popping up, price is holding up very, very well, which could be a bullish sign. However, these signals cannot be ignored, because if we do wind up dumping, you're going to wind up going back in the chart and being like, why did I not see this coming? All the writing was on the wall, but it's very exciting right now. Just the fact that we've gotten this massive move up from the lows. A lot of people are excited, and it's kind of easy to go bullish bias constantly when you get these strong moves, especially after enduring all of this pain that we just went through. So just understand the technical signals are on the chart here that are calling for that pullback before a move up, and I'll talk about the levels that I'm looking at below us in just a second, right? So again, almost all of these higher daily time frames, even the 6-day and the weekly, have the VWAPs coming down, looking for the red dot, which would indicate more movement to the downside. And as you guys know, we did have Bitcoin kind of following in Ethereum's footsteps as far as the signals went on Market Cypher B. Ethereum the other day got that green dot. We got a little push up on ETH, and in that market update, I was saying, hey, are we going to see Bitcoin follow suit, as Ethereum has been leading, leading the pack here as far as signals, and it did, right? Bitcoin did print that green dot, but it didn't pump like Ethereum did. We didn't get that pop up like Ethereum did. And we also now have a red dot printing, which again, on the daily is a pretty bearish sign. And not only that, we do have confirmed bearish divergences. Not only these more macro bearish divergences confirmed, right? I'll come over. It's a little easier to see on the regular candles. Not only do we have these macro bearish divergences, confirmed with money flow coming out, but you now even have some local bearish divergences. Not really, it's very slight on regular candles. The local ones are easier to see here on the Heiken Nashi candles, but you can see here we still have higher prices coming into that level of resistance with this more local bearish divergence forming right here. So that is definitely more of a bearish sign. Money flow is in the red as well. So again, guys, the signs are here for a potential pullback. And then working down here, this is kind of the main thing that has me a bit concerned here, guys, and that is on the 16-hour. Now, you guys will know on the 12 and the 16-hour, our money flow has crossed into the green. And to be honest, this looks like some pretty nice money flow, right? Not only did we get the crossover into the green, but we got a higher high, and then now we're putting in another higher high on that money flow, showing a trend to the upside, kind of indicating, potential bullish momentum here. And you can see here on the 16-hour, it is also coming out. However, if you come down to your regular candles, we are actually currently on regular candles printing a blood diamond, which could wind up foreshadowing a bigger move to the downside. And it's not just the fact that we have the blood diamond here, guys. It's also the fact that if you come down to these lower hourly time frames, like the 1 hour, the 90-minute, and the 45-minute, you can see that the money flow on that 1 hour time frame did wind up crossing into the red, as we are now printing that red dot and that blood diamond on the 16-hour, which again is a bearish signal. Now, listen, I want to be very clear about this, guys. It would not be, the bearish signals are out there. We just went over them. They are there. This is not my opinion. I mean, I guess you could think, if I think all these signals are bearish, I guess that's my opinion. But the things on the chart are there. It's fact. The blood diamonds are there. It looks like we want to come down, but that does not mean that it's 100% going to come down. I am a little bit wary just because we're in such a strong uptrend, and the fact that we've been getting all of these really bearish signals and nothing has really been happening to the price, showing that, the support that we're at is very strong, right? Just this little range we've been trading in is very, very strong. So just keep that in mind. But this 1 hour money flow crossover with that 16-hour blood diamond is definitely more of a bearish sign. But let's go ahead and take some looks at our levels here now, guys, to kind of decode what's going on, right? And we were talking about this on the live stream last night. And basically, you know, kind of how I'm navigating this, guys, is I'm not really expecting much upside until we can crack this door to 30K, which is coming in at about $28,776, right? So if we can't get above this level, I'm not really expecting a crazy breakout for Bitcoin. And right now, we are coming down to the lows of our more local range here. And you can see we did put in, I believe, yeah, we put in some bullish divergences here. We have our lower lows into that value area low with our higher lows on our momentum waves, indicating that we could get a bounce here. Now, I did not take this trade, and the reason for that is Crypto Billy here, guys? I don't think he's here. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I hope you're enjoying your birthday, bro. You know, I did not take this trade, and the reason for that is because of the stuff I just showed you with the 1-hour money flow crossover, with the 16-hour blood diamond. I am in a short with the premium Discord from the highs here in the value, from that value area high. We got our bearish confirmations, and we are riding this down. We are looking at a little bit more of a broad range, so we are looking to ride this down a little bit lower. But we may get a little bit of a local bounce here, guys. I believe this is also a local golden pocket if you pull it from the high to the low. Yeah, so we are starting to hit that, you know, that little LGP, as we like to call it, the local golden pocket here. We are looking to potentially get a bounce off of that. But as long as we remain under this point of control at $28,069, guys, I am expecting to maybe come a little bit lower into this value area low, or even a little bit lower down to this level at about $27,400, right? So really what we're looking at here, guys, is either continued consolidation, right? Just continued bing-bonging around, or in my opinion, the technicals are leaning towards a move to the downside before that next big leg up. Now, when we talk about a move to the downside or a correction or a pullback before we get that next move up, as you guys know, if you watch the main live stream, you guys will know the main area of support that I am looking at is down here at 25,300. If we start pushing into this blue box, I will be looking at about 24,700 as another level. This is kind of the range that I'm looking at to hold. If we can get that move down into these boxes, right, into this blue box, that is where I'm looking to add to my long trade. If we can get bullish confirmations, and then if we break below this, this would be very bearish in my opinion. If we don't get a strong bounce off that local golden pocket, which would be an interesting point of to watch, because it is the local golden pocket from this entire fib pull, which a lot of times price will like to retrace that golden pocket before putting in a higher low from here to continue back to the upside. So again, things really haven't changed on that front. Really, the new information here is that 16-hour blood diamond on your regular candles with the money flow crossing over into the red on your 1 hour. Again, a little bit more of a bearish sign, but if we are going to get some kind of crazy squeeze to the upside, if we get a crazy squeeze to the upside here randomly, guys, again, really that signal, because the indicators may not, you know, if price is just going to step on, if price is just going to step on those bearish signals, then we could kind of look at that door to 30K here at about 28,000. At about $28,776. We're kind of looking at that as our new indicator, right? Because it's the crack of this level that will break us into more of a low volume gap, or really break us back into this white box, which is a previous value area that I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with if you watch the content. You know, that value area is coming all the way back here from this range, all the way back here in May of 2022. And we have our value area low here. That's why that level is so important, right? That's why I'm calling it the door to 30K, because we know with the volume profiles, once we flip that level at 28,773, is that what it was? 28,000. Yeah, 28,776. Once we flip that level to support, it opens up the door for us to get a move up to our point of control at about 30,200, about 30,250, right? So that's why that is the door to 30K. It's not just if we break out of here, I feel bullish, so I think we're going to go up there, right? This is based off technical stuff, and I do think that, you know, we will be able to get a move up to that $30,200 level if we can get back into this white box, which is an area of balance from all the way back here in that area of consolidation, right? So that will become our new indicator, guys, because if the bearish signals on Market Cipher B get absolutely swallowed up here, they're not really going to do us much good, right? So we're just going to start looking at those key levels. That's the beauty of looking at the volume profiles and getting context into the levels that you're looking at, right? Shout out to Ken Barkov, says, love the morning sauce. Pour it on, Frankie. Let's go. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. And yeah, guys, hopefully my energy will be at least somewhat decent on these streams streams. Again, I don't know how often we're going to do these, guys. We are just kind of testing this out. But hopefully my energy is as good, because for anybody out there who doesn't know, I am basically the poster child for a night owl, guys. I am not a morning person, but let's go ahead and continue on here again, because this is going to be a bit of a shorter stream, so I don't want to waste much time. But you also have your money flow on that 10-hour coming out as well. So again, guys, there are a lot of things pointing to the downside. So also another real interesting level of support I would be looking at here is that $27,000 level. Basically, 27K even is going to be an interesting level because you have a naked point of control there. It's also a psychological level that even $27,000 level is going to be a probably a pretty strong level of support, right? Just a lot of people have limit orders set there, I'm sure. So very, very interesting level as well. So 27,000. If we wind up losing this local range, guys, now I am looking at two kind of ranges here. This is a little bit more local. If you pull back, there you go. That's where this line came from. So looking at this more macro range here, I'm hoping that we could potentially get a move back down to this value area low. But once you start losing these lows, guys, a lot of people are probably going to start panicking, but I am not going to be panicking once we lose this level. Really, once we start coming down to this level, if we start slipping this level, honestly, my eyes are naturally going to be looking for longs. However, if we do come down, that $27,000 level may be kind of the line in the sand. Obviously, we have these lows down here at about 26.7. But once we really start losing these lows down at about 26.7, if that MPOC doesn't give you a bounce, you lose that, and then you start losing these lows down here. I'll just draw a line there. That is where I'm probably thinking we're going to get that move down to about 25K. Let's pull up our VPVR and see where the volume is. Let's see. Yeah, see, because once you start losing that level, you get the serious fall off in volume, and then your next highest volume node is going to be down there at about 25K. So you're going to have that nice little fall off in volume to kind of assist you in that move down to 25K. Now, the one thing that makes me think that we're not going to get this, guys, although the indicators are pointing in that direction, is simply for the fact that this is exactly what I would like to happen. And sometimes when I say that out loud, the crypto gods hear it, and they're like, yeah, no, bro, we're sending this thing to 48K. Sorry. Good luck with that long, though. But as you guys know, again, if you watch the shout out to Timo, not to be confused with Tino from Traders Reality, but he says, I'm from Europe. This time is way better. Well, Timo, let's go, bro. We're going to throw some cash for you. Welcome to the live stream. I know we do have some friends of ours, CandleMafia members from across the pond, different time zones here with us. So shout out to Timo, not to be confused with Tino from Traders Reality. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. We're throwing money for you guys. I did not think this was going to be a money throwing stream, to be honest, but once that live goes up and you guys start chatting, I get that energy to start throwing money. So, but yeah, guys, that's really what I'm looking at. A real key level to watch here that you don't want to lose really is going to be that $26,700 level. And then you're probably going to fall through that gap and start working your way down to that 25K level with obvious turbulence along the way. 26K even is probably going to give you a decent bounce. You can see the spikes in volume here. This little spike right here at about 26.5 as well. So you're going to have a little turbulence, but for the most part, guys, if you zoom out here, most of your volume's up here and up here, leaving you with some kind of a gap in the middle, making it not as strong, there's not as much there holding you up. So if we can crack these levels, that's what I want to see. Get a move down to 25K. Now, I do want to see bullish signals at that 25K level because I want to load up on my long, add to the position. I am in a long and a short, guys, so I am kind of... I said this on the mainstream. Like, I'm in a pretty cushy position right now because I'm really just scalping these ranges. Like I said, right now, my current trades, I got to get better at having these trades actually up. Let me see if I can refresh here. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I'll pull it up. But I am in a swing long, more of a swing short, and then I am in a scalp short from, like I said, with the premium Discord at the highs of this range. We are in that scalp short down, looking to basically bring it all the way down to here, hopefully. And then my swing long is from pretty deep down here, and then I am in also a swing short position that's essentially at break even. I've basically been building that short at every time we come up here. I add a little bit to the short, add to the short, add to the short. Hoping to kind of just build that short up and ride it down. But let's see. Yeah, it's Yeah, it's basically, the short is basically at break even, right? So here you go. Long is, I already have profits locked in on the long, still up about 11%. Still got decent bit of gains in here right now, but I would like to add to this position before getting another move to the upside. But if we don't, right, if we just wind up getting that move to the upside out of nowhere, this will continue to pay me, right? This long will continue to pay me. It's it's not the biggest position in the world, but it will continue to pay, and then I will stop out of my short at a small loss. It will be, probably more of a loss than 17 cents as price will come up. But again, just really looking to build this short in case we get that breakdown. So I'm kind of in a cushy position, guys. And it's nice that you can long and short the same asset here on Femex. One of the things we love about Femex, and a lot of other exchanges do it as well. But so kind of in a cushy position, right? If we break down, that short's going to cash out, and then I might get an opportunity to add to the long. But if we break up, I'll stop out of that short for, very small loss, and my long will continue to pay me out, baby. So, and then again, in the meantime, guys, just scalping these little trades on a little bit of higher leverage from the highs to the lows, from the lows to the highs. And that's kind of how we're dealing with that. So that's how I'm feeling about Bitcoin, guys. Essentially, again, not really much has changed here, but I do want to come up and take a look at Ethereum, because Ethereum has actually finally gotten a little bit of a pullback here. But nothing really that alarming, right? Right now, we are holding above this high volume node, coming in at about 1870, right? So we are holding above that high volume node, which is a pretty good sign, at least as of right now. Taking a look at your 4-hour, your VWAP is starting to roll back up. Your money flow is coming back in as well. So again, we've broken out of our value area high, and just as we were looking at that volume gap on Bitcoin, I am looking at something very, very similar on what is this? Ethereum or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. But yeah, once we broke above this value area high, we saw that gap, expected to get a move up to that $1,868 level. And now what we are looking for here is to hold support on this high volume node. And then obviously you may kind of just bing bong. We were talking about this last night on the live stream. We may just wind up bing bonging around here before getting another move up. But once we can crack these highs, guys, once we can crack these highs, I believe we do have another volume gap. Yeah, we have another volume gap once you can crack those highs. So if we can hold support here, get another move up, crack that $1,918 level. ETH is at $19,000, guys. We're all rich. But no, 1,914, if we can crack that level, you have another little fall off in volume that could bring you up to that $2,000 mark where we came and, tested back here in August of 2022. That would be beautiful. I do think there is a possibility to get there. And with that 4-hour VWAP starting to roll back over, I do think rolling back to the upside on your 2-hour as well, we may get the push there, but money flow is still looking a little bit more bearish here, guys. So on Ethereum, I will say, right, money flow generally coming out here as well on ETH, similar to how it is happening on Bitcoin, right? So, again, daily red dot has not printed, right? So, obviously, Ethereum kind of stealing the show here. But as that VWAP is rolling over, we may get that red dot on Ethereum. So, again, I do have to lean a little bit more towards a pullback before another move up, not only on Bitcoin, but potentially even Ethereum. And then, yeah. Guys, I know a lot of people are talking about a potential incoming alt season. Now, the reason people are saying this is obviously because of the drop off in Bitcoin dominance, right? Typically, when you see Bitcoin dominance start coming down, that is usually when you start to see the altcoins run, right? Kind of makes sense, right? If most people are, if Bitcoin is dominating the market, is the market share, obviously people are more in Bitcoin than the alts. But then when people start, basically the idea behind an alt season, guys, is when Bitcoin does really well, which obviously has happened, Bitcoin dominance goes up with it. And as people start taking profits on Bitcoin, aka leaving Bitcoin, dropping the dominance, that's where a lot of times people will take those profits and dump them into altcoins. And that is basically why I think, a lot of people are expecting that altcoin season. But I will say, guys, there are some bearish signs on a lot of altcoins. However, the shorts on the altcoins may be a little bit more risky because of that fall off in Bitcoin dominance. But, it definitely is, right? We've come back up to the highs. We're basically in a giant range here on the Bitcoin dominance, just with our highs up here and our actual lows down here. And then you have your little value area in the middle. So, is this the start of a big fall off for Bitcoin? The thing is, not every time Bitcoin dominance falls, you don't always get a you don't always get an alt season, right? But a lot of times you do. So that is kind of why people are expecting an alt season. But looking at, some of the alts, I'll take a look at a couple here before we go ahead and sign off. Let's see. All right. Throw your altcoins in chat, guys. I'm only going to take a look at like maybe one or two. So don't get offended if we don't look at your altcoin. But yeah, we'll take a look at a couple. Like if you look at XRP, guys, I'll just start off on XRP here. I'm sure a lot of people were going to request that. Taking a look at our 4 hour here. Let me actually just go ahead and pull up XRP on this chart. You can see here still holding that 50-cent level. This is what we were looking at yesterday, saying, hey, if we could maintain support above that 50-cent level, this would be bullish for XRP. However, your money flow is coming out on the 4 hour, crossing over into the red. This indicates a little bit more of a pullback to the downside, right? So, if we do lose these levels, I would expect to come back into this white box, which again is a value area as usual, pulled from a previous area of consolidation. Where is my OBS? There we go. Pulled from that previous area of consolidation right here. So if we pull back into that white box, I'm not really freaking out. Really, the key level of support here on XRP is going to be about 45 cents. So I just wanted to cover that really quick. Really, though, that money flow on the 4 hour is bearish looking, guys. Would indicate a continued move to the downside. So, but again, shorting based off of that may be a little bit more risky. There are some altcoins I'm looking to short with the premium Discord or in the premium Discord. But again, if you're in the kitchen or the premium Discord and you're watching this right now, just a little bit of a heads up with those altcoins. I am considering them a little bit more of a risky short just because of the Bitcoin dominance falling a little bit. But again, not every single time Bitcoin dominance drops a little bit. We don't always get an alt season. And when you're looking at tools such as token metrics, if you guys are familiar with token metrics, they actually have a little like indicator. I'm not 100% sure exactly how it's calculated. Let me see if I can pull it up here. But they basically have an indicator here that allows you to, okay, now it just reset. But it allows you to see, it basically lets you know if you're in Bitcoin season or altcoin season, right? So if you go ahead and, if we go ahead and pull it up, if I can find what I need to find here, let me see. Oh, sentiment. Maybe it's sentiment. Oh, it logged me out. That's the problem. Okay. No, that's not it. Let me see if I could find this here, guys, real quick, because I do want to show it. But yeah, it's really cool. The token metrics basically lets you know if you're in altcoin season or Bitcoin season. And here you go, guys. So here it is, right? Bitcoin versus altcoin season. Typically, when you're up here, it's altcoin season. And when you're down here, it's Bitcoin season. Now, not that this metric is just 100% going to be 100% accurate every single time. But it is, basically saying that we are, still in Bitcoin season, right? And it does just kind of seem a little weird to me that people are calling for some crazy altcoin season in the, obviously I know that we are coming up pretty heavily, from the lows of this bear market. But it just seems like a weird time to get an alt season, just like, right at the, let's actually see, will this bring us back? This won't bring us back all the way to 2019. Dang it. I would love to see what was happening in 2019 when we got that little fake out bull rally. But yeah, token metrics, yeah, it is saying bullish breakout is a little bit more likely here, though. Kind of 50-50 here on the low frequency trend, but breakout. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, it's definitely not saying that we're entering some kind of a crazy altcoin season. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't see the altcoin pump a little bit. But this is really cool, guys. If you guys don't know about token metrics, like this isn't even a shill. This is a really cool. This is a really, really cool software. If you guys are interested in finding new research tools, definitely helpful. It's a really good way to find some low cap gems. Dave Digital said, Frank, my mom says if you can't find it, turn your pants around, pull your fib. WTF. Shout out to Dave Digital. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, so, again, Bitcoin dominance is falling, right? And sometimes that can pump the altcoins. Again, just because of that profit-taking thing that I just talked about, people will pull out of Bitcoin, drop those profits into altcoins, which definitely can happen and which could definitely pump altcoins. But I don't know if there's really anything indicating some kind of crazy massive altcoin season. So, but with that being said, you have to be prepared in either direction. But there are some shorts on some altcoins that I'm looking at. But I would consider them a little bit more risky because that that Bitcoin dominance is falling. All right, so let me go ahead and pull up. Let's take a look at Doge. How is Doge doing after its most recent chaos? So here you go, guys. This is actually what we were looking at on the main live stream, looking at that POC for a potential bullish retest. And here we are, almost tapping that level to the dollar. Now, not only is this a point of control, but it is also your local golden pocket, right? A lot of times price will rip, come down for that healthy golden pocket retracement before continuing to the upside, right? So kind of similar to XRP, kind of exactly what I wanted to see here. A pullback into that golden pocket, into that POC. Not looking too bad. However, coming to that 4 hour, money flow is kind of coming out kind of flat here, a little too hard to call. But let's go ahead and move on. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, your daily red dot is printing, so it may be time for Doge to cool off. Now, if we do wind up losing this POC, I would look for a pullback into that 786. Now, if that pullback into the 786 does not get you back above that POC to come to higher prices, potentially all the way up here, if you start losing that 786, guys, that is where I am expecting to potentially get a move back down to that value area low, which would essentially eat up basically all the gains that we have made here on that crazy rally for Dogecoin. But I would really, you'd have to lose that 786 first at about 0.082 cents. And if we go ahead and pull up the VPVR to see where the volume is, let's go ahead and see if we can get any insight from this. And you could see here that, yeah, not really like a massive gap down to that value area low, so it would likely be a bumpy ride. But again, once you lose that 786 at 0.082 cents, I would expect to eventually move your way down to the value area low, because that's how the volume profiles work. You go from the low up to the high, then to the POC. If you lose the POC, you're probably come down to the value area low, and that's what I would be looking at on Dogecoin. Let's take a look at Gala real quick. Let's see, bada boom, bada bing. Taking a look at KuCoin. So here you go, just kind of coiling up here. Taking a look at the 4 hour. Let's see if we can get anything. VWAP coming back up on the 4 hour here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this TA and draw a new little range here with our fixed range volume profile. So here you go. We got the highs and the lows coming in here. We are at the lows of this local range here. And these are pretty important. Yeah, these lows down here are pretty important, guys, because you do have that massive gap all the way back down to these levels down here at about 0.037 cents, right? So I would say you're probably going to want to hold these lows. I would say really your volume starts to fall off right about here at about 0.039 cents. So if you start losing those levels, I would expect a pretty quick fall down to at least 0.038 cents, where you do have a little bit of a kick up in volume. And these are just some of the levels I would be looking for, but you really don't want to lose this level here at about 0.039 cents. But taking a look a little closer into this range here, you can see we are getting a 2 hour green dot with your money flow and VWAP coming back up. So this may kind of just continue to bing bong around in these ranges. Super boring. But yeah, taking a look at your 1 hour, I'm trying to see if yeah, confirmed green dot on the 1 hour. VWAP coming up, money flow coming back up. I want to see if you had any bottom signals down here at that value area low. Probably a 15-minute bull div was likely to happen there. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So yeah, basically that is what happened, right? So extend that to the right. Came right down to your value area low here, and you did put in a bullish divergence, very similar to Bitcoin, guys. Very similar to how Bitcoin's bouncing off that local golden pocket. You did put in higher lows on your momentum waves with lower lows on your price at that value area low, warranting a potential bounce back up to your POC, which is coming in at about 0.04 cents. And no guarantees you make it up there. But you know, as far as Gala is looking here, money flow is coming back up on some of these time frames. That 2 hour is coming up again pretty aggressively there with that green dot printing. That 2 hour may be able to give you a little bit of a bounce within this range. I would look for a move potentially to that POC. Another level I would watch would be that local golden pocket coming in here at about 0.04 cents. About 4 cents, right here. So that's kind of what I would look for on Gala. You did put that 15-minute bull div in. Yeah, and your 4-hour VWAP is curving back up, so I would lean like sideways bullish on Gala. I essentially think you'll just kind of bing bong around here for Gala. But if you're range trading, just so you guys know, a little quick tip, right? There's a little bit more to it, but you know, again, looking for bullish confirmations. You don't just want to see a bull div. You want to, you know, find other confirmations as well. But again, you know, typically when you come down to these lows, people get very bearish, and that's a lot of times where you get those bounces. So just keep an eye on that. But again, I do think you'll just continue to range around with Gala. Shout out to Coolin. I hopefully I said that right. Said Access Protocol, ACS. And yeah, we could look at that. ACS, yeah, I'll take a look at that. That'll probably be the last one we take a look at. How long have we been going for here? Yeah, we'll go ahead, take a look at ACS. KuCoin chart. Here we go. Oh boy. Whoops. Let's see what is going on here. Okay, I just want to get a little bit of a zoomed out view here. All right, yeah, shout out to Coolin. Thank you for that super chat, bro. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yellow X confirmed on your 10-hour. That is not a good sign. I don't know what this is. This chart does not look healthy at all, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I don't know if it's a low market cap or what have you, but this definitely looks very strange chart. But yeah, taking a look at the daily, yeah, not a lot of information here. VWAP has been below the zero line for almost the entire time we've had information down here. VWAP coming straight out. Not enough information on the daily. Taking a look, 16-hour red dot is printing. Money flow has basically just been in the red forever. Yeah, this is a hard one. I don't know what this is. But 10-hour yellow X is definitely bearish. 16-hour red dot, definitely bearish. 3-hour looking for a green dot. I don't know. I'll be honest, I wouldn't be expecting anything too crazy out of this with that 16-hour red dot, 10-hour yellow X. Also, just kind of a wonky-looking chart here. I don't know, again, what this is, what the project is, but I would say kind of hard to do TA on something like this that, it seems manipulated or something. Yeah, I don't, yeah, yellow X is everywhere. Yeah, that 10-hour yellow X is probably your main bearish case here. Now, if you lose this level on a, technically your next level of support, I'll try to give you some levels because I know that, this is hard to do TA on, so this probably isn't the most helpful in the world. But let's see. Yeah, you're hitting that 786. May get a bounce off that 786, but again, with that yellow X and that 16-hour red dot, I don't know how much hope I would have for that. But hey, shout out to the candles in the chat. Let's go. I see you guys. Let's get it. Frankie, quick, do something that goes viral. Crypto YouTuber chugs coffee. Question mark? Will he make it? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to chug this coffee, guys. I'm sorry. Bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. But yeah. For Aztecian Cactus, oh yeah, let's go. Shout out to Davalush. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. He says for Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. You guys know we got it right here, baby. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. But there you go, guys. That's what I would be looking at on Access Protocol. If you lose to 786, you may be in for a little bit of a ride. I will pull up the volume real quick just to give you a little bit of an idea. Yeah, you can see once you lost this high volume area, this is a perfect example of how these volume nodes work, guys, these high volume nodes, right? Once you lose the bigger area of volume, you kind of range around on that volume. Once you lose it, right, I'd essentially draw those lows right here at, right here at about 0.0085 cents. Once you lose those levels, I would expect to move down to your next highest volume node, which would have been right down here, which was a 786, and you tap it to the dollar, right? Now, if you lose that 786, your next likely stop is going to be 0.005. So there you go. That would be the next most likely spot to stop if you break this 786. So there you go. That's ACS for you. Let's see. Let's see. See you tonight, Frankie. Shout out to Vital. We'll see you on the stream. But guys, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's. Wow, that's gonna be weird to get used to. But I think that's all the time we got for today's market update, guys. Probably going to keep these closer to a half hour. This one went a little bit long because it's new. We don't know what we're doing. We're just flying blind here. But yeah, we're probably gonna keep these closer to a half hour. They're meant to be very, very quick. I just did want to cover some altcoins, but mostly these are probably gonna be Bitcoin updates or really just urgent updates. 30 minutes. I cover exactly what happened, what you guys need to be keeping an eye on, and then we're just going to peace out, and then we'll cover things more in depth on the main stream at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Crypto Main. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer, Bully Barry, Greg Wolf, Grey Wolf. We got Gamer Saftain. What's going on, bro? We got Laviu. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. Jay Hayes, Dave Digital, Nate Quantum Divergence. What's going on, bro? Cozy Babe, Don Manning, Clicker, Vital, Wick. Shout out to everybody. This is me. Shout out to you guys. And 30 minutes would be perfect. Yeah, I think we're going to keep them to 30 minutes, guys. But with all that being said, guys, thank you for tuning into our first little live stream here. Again, I don't know when the next one's going to be. We just kind of wanted to test this out as a new piece of content. So definitely give us your feedback in the comments down below, guys. And with all that being said, that's all the time I got for today's weird little market update live stream thing. Shout out to Dave Digital. You kind of did inspire this a little bit. So shout out to you, man. J-Dog says pump incoming. Well, we'll have to see. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. We'll see you tonight at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we go much more in-depth into a lot of this stuff. And thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you tonight, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to our boy Deezy. We're going to have to come up with new outros and stuff. I don't know what we're doing. That's all we got. I'll see you guys later. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding a road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now, so I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen the effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told him this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told him put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the rest. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking.
Are we supposed to do Frankie fake outs on the morning sheem? It's the morning sheem, guys. Are we supposed to do Frankie fake outs? I don't know, guys. But the candle gods, guys, we haven't lit the candle in quite some time. The candle gods might take me out. But, guys, go check out BitLab Academy. Kelly's live. I'm going to drop you guys in there right now. So stick around and go ahead and I don't know if you have to click the link at the pin at the top of the chat. Let's go raid Kelly from BitLab Academy. He's live right now. Go show him that CandleMafia love. That's all I got, guys. I'll see you tonight, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Frankie Candle's out. Bing bong. Thumbnail button. Hasta pasta. Bing bong.
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding a road, y'all.